Quest into the unknown. A journey through the veil. Enter the minds of paranormal investigators without remorse, men and women without fear. They thirst to share the truth.
Well, it proved to be a deadly mix of adventure, alcohol, and a bad decision. A young couple thought they'd explore an historic downtown building looking for the unknown. It ended in tragedy. CTV's Austin Delaney picks up the story.
A bad decision to drink too much on a first date, followed by another bad decision. To climb on top of a steep roof led to the death of a 29-year-old woman. Leah Kubik was just 2 weeks shy of her 30th birthday when she broke the rules last night and broke into an historic building sitting at the foot of Spadina Crescent.
Hi, this is Leah recording to you from another room.
This is YouTube video of Kubik. Her date can be seen here being escorted away by police early this morning. They were reportedly in search of ghosts inside the majestic University of Toronto building.
Back in 1891, a train derailed, plunging some 65 feet, killing 20 to 30 people. Now, it is believed that every year the spirits of those who died return to this crash, and that brings about ghost hunters, and that was the case this morning.
It's just something that people come to watch and see if they see anything.
Early Friday morning, this train moving fast from high above this bridge in Iredell County kills a man. Investigators say the man was on the train trestle with a group of ghost hunters.
So let's talk about the investigation that you're going to have in this documentary. It was a home investigation. I was asked by a friend to come in and help her because her 2 teenage daughters were very scared. Tani didn't get to go on this one, but Allie and I went, and we ended up cleansing the home because she asked us to. They didn't feel comfortable. So not only did we want to document, we felt comfortable that, and you did, we knew once we got in there that you could handle cleansing and we could see what's happening. So there was no activity after that, so obviously it worked. Now, if it didn't work, then we would go to another step and try to find somebody that could help them. So this was a one in particular time that we did take the case because it was a friend. And I want to talk a little bit about that. When Allie and I went in there, they basically thought that it was their relatives. And Allie, because she can sense and hear things, you didn't feel that it was the grandmother or...
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, I felt like a grandfatherly presence in the bathroom. There's definitely a portal in there upstairs. But what was coming out of that one closet was not benevolent and was not related at all.
And we don't know if the girls opened up a door with the Ouija board. If you watch the footage, hopefully it's in the documentary, that the girls messed with the Ouija board and it was put in 2 of the closets. And that's where they were having most of their problems, was in the closets. The Ouija board has been thrown out, and we just want to stress to these teenagers and anybody, Ouija boards aren't a good idea. Just find something else to do that can...
You don't know what you're doing.
Right. I mean, if you can't close the door and you let something in,
It can get tricky. Even
what are you
as
going to do?
Professionals.
Exactly.
Even people that do it all the time, it can get tricky.
Exactly.
My name is Josephine Haas, and I live in Oceanside, New York with my husband, Matt. We're paranormal investigators, and we've been on many investigations, and I honestly believe that something attached to us from an investigation. Right now, we're trying to find out what's been haunting us, and we're trying to get some answers. A few years ago, I was sleeping. It was toward the morning, and I first of all, I have no sleep paralysis or any type of history like that. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. So one morning, it was close to maybe around 5 in the morning. I remember that. I was sleeping, and I felt something hold my arms back like this, and I was struggling, and I tried so hard to yell for my husband to help me, but nothing would come out. So when I woke up, I noticed I had these scratch marks all over my hands, and I was really scared. It was very frightening. Well, yeah, we had investigated a bar restaurant, and apparently something attached to us followed us home. It was very scary. I was here a lot at night, home by myself, because my husband worked, and I've been scratched, I've been held down, I've had things move around, I had the bathroom door closed, and it got very scary. It got to the point where it was out of control. We were trying to even do our own EVP, our own investigation here to try to figure out who this was, and we couldn't. And we had to reach out to other groups to try to help us, and luckily we found Jack and Virginia, and they helped us.
Yeah. Okay, we're deep in the woods of Gwynn Road, and we're about to do a spirit box session.
Did you say the word hospital?
I thought it just did.
It said hospital. It said hospital, did it not?
I heard it too.
Can you give me an indication that you're here? If I go, can you do the same? I don't know how that moved.
The bottle just fell over.
It just fell over. The juice, and it literally just went dump.
Bearing in mind this is a timber house and... Right, okay.
Okay.
What you've been feeling in here?
When I get ready in the mornings, I'm doing my hair, and I will look often behind me because it does feel like someone is coming in. And
I agree with that.
You agree with that?
I blow dry my hair like upside down a lot, and I'll look up a lot.
I just feel it.
Feel like
Someone's there.
Someone's right there.
And when I'm here, it's I don't know how to explain. It just seems like solid black. You know what I mean? Like I
Like
know when
a
the lights
wall.
are off. Yes, and I know when the lights are off, but it's just solid black. If that makes sense.
And when you felt something in this hallway, you said?
Yeah, like right here. I was like walking like right here, and it was like 5 in the morning, so I was taking a shower, and I like went like this, and it didn't move or like disappear or get hazy. So I just walked through it, and I was half asleep, and like it just scared me.
Well, right now we were doing an EVP session, and I asked the spirit here that is here, and you're like, KC. I said she's very jolly and lit up. Look at it, it's still going. It's amazing.
My name is Bill Heiland. I'm an equipment tech with Ghost and Spirit Paranormal, and we're based out of York, Pennsylvania. And what I do with Ghost and Spirit Paranormal is I tinker with gadgets. I build equipment for the group, infrared lights, ultraviolet lights, things like that. I can build infrared lighting systems anywhere from 6 10mm LEDs up to 171 5mm LEDs. And the voltages go anywhere from 4.5 volt DC to 14.4 volt DC. Currently we have capabilities to illuminate an area approximately 50 by 50 yards. Another project I'm working on right now that consumes a lot of my time is my depth sensor camera array. What this consists of, it consists of an RGB camera, an infrared emitter, and an infrared sensor. And the way this works is, if you think of a laser grid, how it puts little spots all over the walls, all over everything. This works the same way, except it uses infrared lights, and instead of a few hundred dots, we have thousands of dots. The sensor then determines the distance of each one of those dots from the sensor itself. So it's able to paint a three-dimensional map, kind of like if you could picture radar, how bats can navigate using echolocation.
Well, when we first started taking flash pictures at night, we noticed these circles that were showing up. I got really excited over them. And I'm like, oh my God, it's ghosts, it's spirit energy, you know. And I think most people do get excited when they first see them and they don't know what they are. Then I started doing some research, and of course all over the internet you see even more stuff about how orbs are your spirits and that's how they travel and all that garbage. But now I pretty much ignore them when we get them. And I think that they're mostly like dust, bugs, little specks. When there's a dog in the picture, you see those things around it. They're probably dog hairs, dust, whatever.